Oh my goodness. Yeah. What up? What up? This is Bucket Bytes. We have another great episode with obviously your favorite host. It's Papa Big PP Post.
Well, thank you. I'll take that as a very major compliment. And actually, wait, were you talking about my the initials to my gamer tag or
No, yes, obviously.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I we don't want to lead anybody on. Um
Yeah.
speaking speaking of big peepees, my co-host today is a man whose penis was in the Guinness Book of World Records until the librarian told him to take it out. His
Okay, well.
name is Profe Plays.
Yeah.
Profe!
Um, hey, I'm super excited. Usually I'm not happy to do these at all, but today I'm actually excited. I'm in a good mood. It's been a while. I thought for a second we might have to cancel again.
Oh no.
But here we are. Here we are.
Oh
How you
man.
doing? How
I
you doing, man?
I'm okay. I am very
Yeah.
happy. I've been eager to get a show in. I know we took a week off just to kind of, refresh, you know.
Mhm.
Um and then last week I had a family emergency come up where we kind of very last minute had to
It
call
was
things and I we had to go to
literally
the
almost like I want to say it was literally like 5 minutes before.
right. And the reason it was so close up to that point was because I was getting ready for the show and she wasn't or long story short, we had to take Mama Post to the ER, and she wasn't feeling good, and
She's
um,
doing good, right?
but
Like she's
she's
been
great. Yeah, we were able to get discharged a few hours later, and everybody
good.
is good for the most part.
That's what matters. That's what matters. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
and I'm
felt I,
glad. If anything, if it had to happen to any guest, I'm glad it was with Buzzword because since we're all kind of in the same area, we can easily schedule or
yeah,
reschedule, I should say. So yeah.
yeah. Actually, I think it's because Mama Post just doesn't like them guys. She thinks they're bad
Well,
influence.
it's kind of crazy because everyone was saying like, "Hey, no, let's reschedule," and Post was the one that was like, "Nah, who cares? She can drive herself. That's why I got my kids. Any one of them can pick up the keys and drive." And I'm like, when all three of us post, like, "No, dude, it's your wife," and you're like, "So what? We've been married a while, anyways." So I'm glad that finally we took a vote
Yeah,
and
yeah.
3-1.
You're
What? What's
putting
up?
me you're putting me in a bad spot because I know Mama Post is gonna be listening to this.
What am I saying? Am I lying?
Well, you got to speak the truth.
Dude, I always speak nothing but the truth.
Bro, I'll bring the receipts, bro. I'll bring the receipts.
Speaking of speaking the truth, dude, my students, I've said this before, but they never believe me when I tell them that I've never smoked a day in my life, right? And they always like come up with these stats. I don't know where they get their stats from, but according to them, 90% of men have smoked at least once in their lives.
I mean,
Anything,
smoked what?
I
Including penises?
anything. Okay, yeah. Hey, either cigarettes or weed. Do you think that's like a
Or
accurate? No, 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 or just those
oh,
two
okay.
things.
Just those two things. Um I would say that that's just to try it once.
Just to try it once. I guess it's not crazy to think about.
I would say that's pretty close.
Yeah,
If I had to guess on it, I'd say close to 80%, 75, 80%.
I suppose.
Just to try something. I
But
mean,
yeah, they never believe me.
well,
Weird.
I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, look at you.
I
You're
am like
beautiful.
my attitude. Okay, my attitude and demeanor is that of one who might be intoxicated and or on some kind of hallucinogenic drug. But
Mhm.
hey, it's on me. I'm high on life, baby. I'm only saying that because my principal might hear this. There are some things that I've thought about saying on the show. I mean, I've already said some wild shit, but and what made me think about this was there was a story that I said, I think about 2 episodes ago, and one of my friends actually messaged me. Somebody who I didn't know listened to this. He's like, "Hey, I started listening to your podcast. Why did you say the story of?" I'm not gonna repeat the story, but it was one of those stories of something that we did in high school to someone else, and I was like. Oh yeah. I'm gonna
It's
be
a good
honest
way
with you.
to.
I didn't think that person was gonna listen to this. So that person didn't care
Well,
so much. But I'm
sure.
now wondering if the other person involved in it is gonna care. And it's like,
Well, you don't know. That's just it. Um,
oh well.
I mean, I don't know. You got to go on this, knowing that people are going to listen, even though,
I don't.
contrary to
Yeah,
popular to belief that, nobody
I don't care
listens.
that much.
That's not true. That's not
Yeah,
true.
that's not
We have
true. That
we
is
have at
not true.
least 7 people. Well, how many people are watching? 9. At least 9 people.
And like my wiener, when I'm intoxicated, it is slowly growing by the minute. Like we are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The more we do
Okay.
this, so
So, this week's kind of a special week. Not because for any real special reason, I guess, but because we've got 2 episodes. We've got 2 episodes
pretty
this week.
special.
I mean, I
It's
guess.
special.
I mean,
Not for any
we're
other
kind of doing today.
not for a special reason, but it's a special reason.
Well, we got, I really was wanting to get an episode in, and I didn't want to spend a lot of time with our guest who's we're going to be recording very early on Saturday morning. Her name is Becky Machine. She's a DJ out of the UK, but I didn't want to spend a lot of that episode kind of talking about the things we're going to be talking about today.
Wait, you said Saturday morning? What time? Our time?
I've texted you already.
Yeah, dude, I know it's Saturday. I just forgot the time.
No later than 10 a.m. our time.
Okay, so she wants us. We start at 10. Okay.
We can't start
Okay.
any later than 10.
Well, what time are
I-
we starting? That's not really a set time then.
I was
That's like
planning on going right at 10 o'clock and having everybody in the
okay.
call at,
All right.
quarter to 10. So,
All right. Sounds good.
so you're not going to be
I'm
late for that one, are you?
excited. No, of course not, dude. Hey.
You're
Student cancel.
What time was
Alright.
today's show starting?
Yay. Some of these technical problems could have been resolved beforehand.
No, they couldn't
we need
because
to
I needed you here.
look, we need to the people have to know the people behind the scenes because I've said this before. We have a bunch of people behind the scenes working on like audio, the sound effects. There's a guy who's literally right next to me. Shut up. He's right next to me with all the buttons and stuff. And that guy with the audio, this is like the 4th week in a row. And yeah, man, he's got to go. I know he's
You
your
think
friend
so?
and all, but he's got to go. I don't know why he's in my house. He's your friend. He's got to go. We can't do this. 7:30. You know how strict I am with time. I am always on time, whether it's gaming or my job or this. You know
Yeah,
how I take my shit seriously. So
yeah. Well, if we had producer Joe back, things would be better. But I don't know if you know who producer Joe is.
yeah,
But
of course.
you do.
He's
Okay.
yeah, him and I go way back.
Oh, you do. You
He's
do.
he's he's hooked me up with some coffee bags.
Okay. Okay.
No,
Well, anyways, to bring it back on
I am
track,
glad for having Becky. That's awesome.
and we
Especially with
learned a lot of
her
really.
recent announcement.
Yeah, I know. I had no idea, and you guys are gonna have to listen to that episode too to find out
Super
why we're
dope.
so excited to have her on the show.
Mm-hmm.
But today,
I
yeah,
am.
we wanted to take a more traditional approach, and just kind of talk about what's going on, right? Because I know there's some games that have come out recently that I know we wanted
Yes.
to kind of discuss a little bit. Um,
Yes. And there's just been a
and
lot of news. A lot of news on different things. From like
yeah,
Nintendo, Pokemon. I mean, yeah, we definitely have a lot of stuff to talk about.
well, and that's not even counting the stuff that's going on around the world either.
Oh my lord,
That
yeah,
we could
dude.
touch on if you want to later as well.
Of course.
But so let's go ahead and just jump right into it. Some new games that what have you been playing, Profe?
Dude, I talk about this a lot with you, but I tell myself, all right, don't buy new games until like you beat other ones. And like in the last week, I think I bought like 3 or 4 games. And it's like, and of course, it's not like a 3 hour long game. They're like, RPGs, like long adventure games. But the two main ones that I've been playing, um, and it has been a lot of hours, but I can see myself sinking a lot of hours into them is Elden Ring and Lost Ark. Lost Ark is
Ugh.
free, so
That
I guess
was
that's not. I don't feel too bad about that.
well, and that game's not even. I mean, it's not really even new. Do you know
No, it's
the
not.
backstory about that game?
Not too much, but I know it's. I want to say it's from China.
Korea. It's a Korean. Well, I don't.
Korea.
Yeah, it's a Korean game. That just released in the States. I guess it's a couple years. Actually, a couple years old now.
Yeah,
But
it's yeah.
um, but for I'm sure most people listening to this probably know what Lost Ark is. Would you say it's kind of like a what would you compare that game to? Like
So
a
I on visuals alone, I'm not a huge fan of them, and it reminds me visually. I might be completely wrong because this isn't my like genre, but it reminds me of when I used to watch my friend play with World of Warcraft.
well, sure, it's got a lot of those aspects to it. You could even compare a lot of the things in that game to like New World, even only actually better. That game was such a disappointment.
Oh, I
Um,
really, I think you like that game.
I,
I
I
thought.
I liked it a lot, but it was at the end of the day, it was a very empty shell of a game. Um,
Mm. So for that type of game, I usually don't like those type of games, but I have to admit that I do enjoy Lost Ark, and I think it's because
right.
it's made for people like me, where it's not too in depth, and it's enough for someone like
Okay,
me
right.
who's not heavy into them to like them and enjoy it
Sure.
quite a bit.
Sure.
So I've been
But
playing that a little bit,
I was gonna say you
and then
mentioned
obviously
Elden
Elden
Ring.
Ring, dude,
Yeah.
dude.
We played that a little bit last night together.
Yes, that was fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
That that fun and difficult. Oh my god.
Yes. But for someone who is not a huge fan of the Dark Souls games, like
Mhm.
not to say I don't enjoy them, they're good. I just I'm stubborn as hell. I mean, I was trying to fight this boss who clearly is out of my reach for a long time. But I don't know. There's something about this game that's different that makes it more
Right.
enjoyable than your typical Dark Souls. I
I
can't put my
I
finger on it.
I agree with you. I know back a few months ago, probably like 6 to 8 months ago, I ended up buying Dark Souls 3, I want to say, just because, for the
Same.
stream, you know? And I hated it. And I always like just by watching people play it in the videos and stuff, I'm like, I'm not gonna like this game, but I said, okay, I'll do it anyways. Maybe we'll have fun with it, and I
Uh,
hated it. Um, from
really?
the get go, this
Is
Elden,
is
I
that
almost
the
said
one where
Dark
you
Souls.
start? There's like you can go forward and there's a
Hmm.
boss, your typical boss, or you can go to the right and there's like a ice armadillo.
Yes, yep, yeah. There's something weird like that. But
Okay. Okay.
I threw that game. I wish it was a physical copy so I could have actually physically thrown it away. Um,
Throw it away.
but I couldn't. But no, Elden Ring is
But
great because it's very approachable, and I think the open world kind of aspect of it doesn't like you're able to just kind of go out and fuck shit
well,
up.
I thought like the other Dark Souls, the later ones did that. I thought they had an open world concept, but again, apparently not. They're pretty linear.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, see, I didn't know
absolutely. I
that. I
mean,
thought I thought
you can have some off the beaten path ways you can go, but
yeah.
nothing like this. This is a true open world game.
See, now that makes me want to play it right now. Like I want to end this episode right now and play that because I didn't know that. I thought it was pretty much linear.
No,
Because I remember
nope.
even like when you start Elden Ring and you get destroyed by that first boss, there's like you could turn around and like go some way, and I was like, nah, I'll just go this way.
Yeah,
But that's cool to know. That's really cool.
and you can literally go out places in this game, get some of the best equipment, and
Ah,
come back. Now, see, here's the thing that I've kind of learned though, just by watching some people play is there's not a lot of disparity between the really good armor and the really bad armor. Like some weapons may
okay,
have like really good effects and have
yeah,
some good stats, but it really depends on what level you are and where you put those points, like in dexterity or strength or wherever.
yeah. I
Um,
did notice that because I started playing the game. I have like maybe 3 hours in, and I've beaten
yeah,
that first boss that you come across like at least 5 times. The first time on my first try. So you definitely don't need crazy armor for the people out there. If they want tips, just let
first
me
try.
know. Hit me up. Uh, yes, for sure.
Um,
And
the
I had this the beginning sword, the beginning shield.
well, that's not even the
A
first
little
boss
bit.
technically.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The one that most people have trouble, like most average to below
Yeah,
average players
you're
struggle with.
talking about the tree sentinel,
Yes,
the guy and the horse,
that
that
guy.
ass. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For people who are not as skilled, I recommend coming back way, way later. But for people like me
sure.
who are experts at those type of games,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. What other
Good
games
for
have you
you.
been playing?
Um, well, obviously Elden Ring. I know I actually almost beat. I want to go back this weekend maybe if I have time. A game called Sifu. Um,
Oh, I did see you play that, and that looks. And I've heard about it before, and I had kind of forgotten about it for whatever reason.
right.
That game looks fun. That game
It
looks fun.
right, and I as you know, I put a little for whatever reason I felt like I had to put this little review out there on my TikTok.
Which I liked. I enjoyed very much.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
It was very enjoyable.
Um, but I felt like I had to talk about this game because it's one of those, there's something great about a game that surprises you. Like
Hmm.
you go in not expecting too much, but then it turns out that you really enjoy it and it
Yeah.
just clicks and it works. That was me with Sifu. I kind of went in thinking it was just going to be this, button smasher, you know, um,
But
little
you do
kung
have to
fu game.
be. You have to put some thought into the button
Yeah.
smashing.
I will say this, playing Sifu before I played Elden Ring definitely helped me out.
Well, as far as like what?
Just being patient and well, see,
Your reflexes?
that's where right with the reflexes. But
Yes,
that's where
sir.
Elden Ring is different because Elden Ring is much more of a, a slasher, I guess, if you want to say that. Because
Yeah.
there's not too much to the combat there. Like there's a little bit, like you can go ahead and like pregame
Well,
it.
have you seen
And
those
with
guys who like
oh yeah,
absolutely go
oh
through
dude, the
levels and
combos,
like
oh for sure, for sure,
yeah. But no, I know what you're saying. I mean, it's definitely not Sifu.
right. Well, I would say Elden Ring's still a better game, but
I
um
agree, but like I would hope that a game that focuses on the whole martial arts and hand to hand would be better at that. But I know what you're saying. Obviously,
right.
though.
But no, I just wanted to touch on that because I thought it was really fun and it's a challenging game, but once you figure out the combat, it's not too bad.
Just even by watching you play it, I remember thinking like, man, it seems like it's so satisfying when you knock someone out. Even like
Yeah.
the common run of the mill
Yep.
enemies, like
Yep.
just like the movements,
hmm
nah, knock them
The
out.
game
Just
the
it's
game is smooth. The game is
certain
smooth.
games you can just hack and slash like crazy. I'm thinking about
Yep.
like Dynasty Warrior games. I mean, you just mow
Oh,
down
I mean,
hundreds. I enjoy it.
if you wanted to,
I
you could go through the game just tapping
I
X
do.
or square the whole way. You probably
Right.
could. I mean, not the whole way, but
Yeah, yeah, I
you
know what you
could if
mean.
you really wanted to.
But no, there's
Is that the
something to
best way
be
to play
said
the game?
about
No.
yeah, yeah. I like that.
Um. So
I think
yeah,
that kind of goes into like the type of gamer that I am too. I mean, I could never be, and we could have a debate about this. Actually, this might be a good point because I am the type of gamer who I can pretty much enjoy any game. I
sure.
can enjoy a game even if it's bad. I can enjoy a game that, on the score on the surface has like 2 out of 10. I can
Uh-huh.
play it and I can enjoy it. And I can come out of that telling you, okay, I'll probably never play that game again. I think it's about a 2. But
Sure. I
I,
couldn't.
you know what I'm saying? And
I
I
couldn't.
right. And there's
I
some
mean,
people who are very critical of like even what most would consider, 6, 7, 8 out of 10 games.
sure.
They're very critical. And I'm not.
Well,
I'm not.
you know,
I enjoy
I
games.
think I think a lot of people, maybe not a lot of people, but some people are very critical. But they understand the inner workings and what goes into making these games. Maybe number one. Um,
Yes.
but
100% agreed.
but on top of that, I would say the majority of people are like you and me. I would, a lot of ways, I would consider myself a very casual gamer. I play a lot of games, sure,
Yeah.
but I'm not,
Well, and that's
hardcore
what
learning and grinding games.
yeah, and that's why I hesitated when I was like, maybe I wouldn't be a good critic, and then I stopped because you know what? No, I think it is valuable for someone like me or you to like be able to play games and not be ultra critical of them,
Mhm.
and still that having that be valid, because most gamers are probably going to be like you and me. They're not going to go into a game thinking like, no, I need this to be state of the art CGI, and like the movement needs to
Right.
be fluid for me to enjoy it. Like, if it's a good game, it's a
Well,
good game.
I'm kind of like that though. If
But
I'm not
what I'm saying is the typical person might not have those be like, yeah, you'll count that as a negative, but it won't be enough for you to be like, this is a bad game. If the game itself is good, then I feel like stuff like
it's
I mean, unless it's very detrimental, you know.
true. That you got a
But
point there because I think a
because
lot of times I'll go ahead and I'll say like if I don't like a game, I'll just be like I won't say the game is shit or this game sucks. I'll be like, yeah, I don't like that game.
right,
It's I don't
which
like that game.
right, and that's a huge difference, dude. I think that right there, then saying this game is bad.
Sure.
Because I can think of plenty of games that I don't enjoy that might be considered good games, and you got to recognize that for what they are. For someone who, me, I wouldn't like those games. I wouldn't play those games. But for someone who enjoys that genre or whatever that game is, if they're looking for that, that's what they're gonna enjoy.
Right.
So I
Well,
guess I guess you really have to think about what makes a good game. You know.
right. That's the perfect segue because I wanted to talk about what makes a game good. What is it that makes the game good? Is it the fun? Is it the
I think
graphics?
it would
Is it
definitely. Yeah, I was gonna say it depends on who you ask, because I'm not a huge like I'm not a graphics snob.
yeah,
And obviously some games, like for example, I've been playing a lot of also indie games on the side, and a lot of indie games don't have your top of the line graphics, or they'll opt for more like pixel or maybe like animated kind of artwork,
sure.
which I enjoy.
Yeah.
So those
See,
are the
and
things I'm looking for
and
in a game.
I struggle to get into pixel style games. I just can't. It's like for me, I have to be immersed into the game. I have to feel
The
really
plot
part of that
story.
game. Well, it's everything. It has to jive, right? It's got to have the story, it's got to have the movement, the animation, and the visuals. If I don't feel like that world was one cohesive unit, I don't like the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like it could, to be honest, it could have a shit story but super awesome fun gameplay, and I'll still like that game.
Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking of like and it's fad that I think has died down by a lot. Fall Guys. I remember playing that and that being so much fun. I mean, it was incredibly fun while it lasted. But I also remember thinking this is not something that I see myself playing
Yep.
in 3 or 4 weeks. You know, but for what it is, it's a very enjoyable game. Like if
Right.
if you don't care about plot, if you don't care about graphics, and you just want to have a game that you play that's silly with your friends, perfect. So I think when you talk about what makes a good game, I mean, yeah, you have to look at that. You have to look at, is this something that you see yourself playing for a long time? The replayability, is that there? You know,
Right.
you hear ghosts? What is that?
Someone might be running the washing machine right now.
Son of a bitch!
It's
They
okay.
fucking know we're Is that
You did
producer Joe? God
no,
damn it.
producer Joe's over at your house, dude.
I'm. Oh shit. No, he left, dude. As soon as I said
Oh,
that he's gone, he left.
well, he's not allowed back here. He stayed in my basement for
Dude, these
years.
behind the scenes people are I don't know where our management team is hiring these people from, because we obviously have a team for that too. But my lord, dude, this is ridiculous. Fucking rookies.
So let me ask you this. I think we both kind of come to the consensus that what makes a game good is how fun it is.
Yeah.
Is how
Yeah.
much fun you have with the game.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I agree. And
So,
and
with that
let
being
me just say
said,
this,
oh, good, good.
because I was just thinking another question that, and if this goes into a different segue, we can like kind of shelf it for later. But I was thinking of game, because I enjoy my still to this day I enjoy my Nintendo, my Super Nintendo, my 64 games. And there are games that I enjoyed a shit ton when they first came out that I don't think playing now I would enjoy as much,
Right.
but I would still consider them good games.
Sure.
So that what you just said is super key. I think if
Yep.
you played it and you enjoyed it, like legitimately enjoy it, I mean, yeah, isn't then the goal of the game, wasn't it meant, didn't it do its job?
Right.
So yeah, no, it's a good.
So let me ask you this then, because this is going to be, uh, in it. We were talking about Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
If a game is difficult, and you're struggling, and you're getting frustrated, and you're not having fun, does that then mean that that game is not good?
Ooh, ooh. See, I was shaking my head the whole time until you said, "And you're not having fun." I was like, "Ooh, that's the key right there, isn't it?" Because
Right.
me, I like a challenge in my game, right?
Sure.
Because for
Yeah.
me, when I'm getting my ass beat 10 times in a row, and I beat that fucker on the 11th try, oh, the
Right.
satisfaction of that, bro, it's amazing. But there are people who don't want to do that. Who might think,
Right.
I don't have time to beat this bitch 10
Right.
times and die.
Which is fair.
So, right, which is fair. But is it then is it fair to say, nah, this isn't a good game anymore? That's tough. That's a tough call,
Right.
especially when our factor that we just said is it fun for you?
Right.
That's I
Which
think it's unfair. I think it's unfair to make that judgment call just on that. I feel like you
which
got to give me a little more, you know?
it leads me to my third point on the discussion is, okay, so we've decided that if you're having fun with a game, that makes it a good game. Now,
That's a key factor.
it's not fair to judge a game based on how difficult it is. Okay? But oh my god, I just totally lost my train of thought.
Oh
Um
fuck.
I know that's the worst. Do you hate, don't you hate that?
I I literally can't. The other day I had a
Oh,
thought like that. Okay, go ahead. Before you lose
okay.
it.
Before I lose it again, because I'm good at that. No. So my third point being, do you think that you can, let's say you don't like the game, right?
Mm,
You're not having fun with it. But is it still fair to say that a game is good for based on the type of game it is? So like not all
yes.
games are on an equal playing field.
No, not at all. You have to look at them like that. You have to look at them separately because it's not fair to judge, for example, the Fall Guys by the same standard that you would Elden Ring. It's just not fair because
Sure.
you're not looking at those two games for the same things. You
Right.
definitely, yeah, you're not looking at Fall Guys for the plot and the replayability of the solo. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you're specifically probably wanting to play with friends. You just want to have a little good time. You're not taking yourself seriously. So
Yeah.
no, I think you have. I think if you look at it, every game on a like the same playing field, if you will, I don't think I think you're already starting off the wrong foot.
I think it's
But
easy.
it's just it's a tough thing to say to I don't know to say like, oh, it's a good game, it's a bad game. It's a tough thing. I think it's much easier to recognize a bad game
Yes.
than to ultimately decide a good game.
Right. Well, and part of the reasons why I wanted to bring this up is because, for example, Elden Ring, critically acclaimed, 10 out of 10 from every, like, not every, but almost all major,
Uh, yeah.
sources, right? In my mind, if I were to say that, put it on the same level as every other game, you
Mhm.
know, that game's a solid, 7.5, 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
If you take it as a game on the same field as everybody else. I mean, think about it. The budget that for that game. I learned a lot. I actually did a lot of
I
research
don't
kind of
know a
into
lot
the Soul
about it.
games.
What
They
was the budget?
reuse. So I don't know what the budget was, but um, a lot of times from software or these Souls games, they will reuse the same assets from game to game
Mhm. Mhm.
as a money saving technique because they know that their market is smaller.
Okay.
Because they know they're not going to sell as many games. So therefore, your budget cannot be as high.
Yeah.
So they
Make
reuse a lot of assets. They can't
And
invest
I'm
into.
assuming that that's not like what their priority is not that anyways. I'm guessing.
Well,
As
no,
far
I
as
mean
like
you can.
for delivery, like their
Right,
thing is like we can reuse this because our fans don't really care about this aspect as much as maybe whatever else they focus
right,
on.
right. So, I mean,
I'm
it,
having
it's
that mental I'm having that mental debate now because because dude, it's tough to say, to be like the make a judgment call. What's a good game? And it's like, I don't know, because I have so many games that I enjoy that I can tell you, yes, this is a good game, at least in my opinion.
Yep.
But I mean, they're so different. You know, I can name you
Right.
3 off the top of my head that I've enjoyed so much, and all 3 can be completely different kind of games.
Yep. Yeah.
So, but I do think what you said is huge. One of the biggest things that you have to take into consideration is whether it's fun. And I think it would be a little fair to say, even if you suck at the game and it's difficult for you, was it at least fun? You know, that's a big factor.
And a good point by Immortal in Twitch chat. Shout out Twitch, because you can watch us live if you don't want to just listen to us. But he said you can't compare free games to paid games either.
Oh, that is true, dude. That is very true. There is something to be said about forking over 50, $60 for a game and it not being as good. And then if it would have been free, you're like, okay, then it's fine because it's free. That is true. That is very true.
And I think that's more of an adult way of looking at it, because then
Yeah.
you're kind of valuing this game based on the fun you had and the time you had with it, the value of the game.
Yes. Yeah.
So, like, for example, for Sifu, man, that game looks like fun, but for $40, I don't know.
I remember that. And it's, I guess at that point, see, this is why I personally enjoy RPGs and stuff, is because I know for a fact I'm guaranteed 30, 40 hours plus. And
Oh,
for
easy.
me, that's okay. I got my money's worth.
Right. $1 an hour. That was always my mantra when I was younger. When
Oh,
I was gonna
wow.
buy it, when I was gonna buy
Never
a
thought
game,
about that.
I want at least $1 per hour for my video game.
Huh.
Especially with like multiplayer games, things like that. Single player story games are different because
Mhm.
like you're not gonna sit there and buy a movie for $20 or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And you're not gonna. I mean, I guess over time you'll get that dollar per hour value, but
Man, there's just so many factors to take into consideration. One of the obvious ones I didn't even think about, the fucking price of one. But that's legit. That's a legitimate factor. Yeah, it definitely depends on what you're looking for and
but
what genre you're. Because yeah, you gotta. One thing for sure that I think we can agree on is that you cannot judge every game on the same playing field. You can't,
no,
because of things like this. And I
right?
think you definitely have to take that in consideration before even considering, okay, is this a good game?
Yes. So you're judging the game for what it is.
Yeah, yeah, that's the only fair to the game.
Yep. Cool. What else you been
I like
playing?
it.
What's coming out? What's coming out
Dude,
soon?
I've
I
been
know that.
oh, another thing that I've been playing a lot is Pokemon
Oh yeah.
Arceus. Dude,
And
I
how's that?
love that game. I love it so much.
Is
Um,
that hentai game?
and
It sounds like a hentai.
yes, dude, come on, it's a Pokemon game.
Pokemon.
but
Pokemon. You
but
poke
then
holes? Pokemon? Is it like a
no,
bestiality game? No, I'm
don't do this
kidding.
to my
I know
Pokemon.
I know what Pokemon is.
But then they announced the new one, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I think it is. And dude,
See,
I
okay.
mean, I know you have not played Pokemon games, but I am a
Oh,
huge
I
like
have.
you put out or I'm saying like as many, I guess I should say. But
Sure.
you give me an announcement that there's a new Pokemon game, I'm all for it. I'm
Right.
there. I mean, I bought the last and I don't
Right.
even like when they come out. They usually come in double packs. I buy the double packs. I'm a huge Pokemon fan, dude.
Don't take this the wrong way.
I will.
I've always thought that was fucking stupid.
Oh
Why
no, I
would you
agree with
buy
you on
both?
that. I agree with you.
Why
I
would you
agree with
buy
you, and I
both?
still fucking do it
And not only that, but don't
because I don't
Pokemon
have
games come out
friends.
like don't they fucking come out like once a year or every other year, I feel like?
Damn near. Lately, they have been.
So
Yes.
that would be like me buying
Well,
Madden AFC and Madden NFC every year. Playing the same fucking game. I'm sorry, I'm getting
but
kind of mad and heated. But
do they have different players?
yes, they would have different teams on each side.
That's why you do. That's why you do it.
But why the
It's
fuck would you do
I
that?
know.
It's one fucking
I agree.
universe.
I agree with you. I think it's a very cheap marketing ploy to get you to buy both. And I remember back in the day when they first came out, I mean, there was a whole like trading with friends if you had those. And I mean, that was the thing. But yeah, I know it's dumb, and I buy into it every fucking time. Every time.
It's okay. It's okay. But the games are fun for you. So the
Yes.
value's there.
And I sink I sink much hours. I sink many hours into those games.
Yeah.
So for me, I know for a fact I'm gonna be playing this for more than 5-10 hours. So
It depresses me because I've actually bought quite a few Pokemon games over the years. I think I have like 5 of
okay,
them. But
that's
I can never
hilarious.
I can never make
In
it
my
past.
head, you saying that, I was like, oh, he's gonna like name a couple, and I'm like 5. Pathetic.
And I mean, this is spread out over years, dude. But
Yeah, dude.
I can
There's
never
a
get
lot of
past.
games.
I can never get past like the 2 hour mark, 1 or 2 hours, and I feel like
Wow.
I lose interest.
Wow.
And
That's
maybe
interesting.
it's because I
You
didn't
just
get to
haven't
play it when I
found
was younger.
the right Pokemon for you. You just gotta
Even if I found
figure out.
like no, even if I found some like big titty Pokemon to go take out other Pokemon, even if it turned into like some crazy hentai game, I still
Ooh, that reminds me of a
would
game
not.
that's coming out called
Of
Wife
course it
Quest.
does. Of course it does.
It's a Metroidvania where you're a woman trying to rescue your husband who's been kidnapped by these different monster women, and it's
Okay.
very like it's naughty. It's coming out on the
Oh.
Switch, March 16th.
A naughty game's going on the Switch.
I don't think it can't be that naughty.
Speaking of naughty, there's a game that has come out that I'm gonna be playing. I bought it already. I actually paid money for it. Don't tell Mama Post. It's called Martha is Dead.
Oh, I've heard that this game is good.
I've heard it is good as well, and my interest was piqued because it's censored on PlayStation.
Oh,
Because of how and that's because of how disturbing I guess the
oh,
game is. It's a horror game that it's
oh!
gonna be my next stream game.
I did not know this.
Um, so yeah,
Ah,
I am super looking forward
interesting.
to playing this and seeing what is so bad that it had to be censored. It's only censored on
Yeah.
PlayStation though. It's not censored on like PC or wherever else it is. But
Ah.
yeah, Martha is
I,
Dead. Let me look that up real quick.
I ruffled some feathers over in one of our mutual friends' Discord
Okay.
because I don't know if you've seen the new starters for Pokemon.
Okay. No,
Have you seen them?
I've
No.
bro, dude. There's like 1,000 Pokemon now, isn't there?
No, yeah, but the starters are always like three, the three of the
Yeah,
new
I don't give a
generation. They're
shit
like
if it's not fucking Squirtle, Charmander, or Pikachu. I don't give a shit.
the what the fuck
Or
did you just say? If it's not
Pikachu or
Charmander,
Bulbasaur
Squirtle, or Pikachu,
or Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur was the other one, right?
first gen, you fucked that up. The first gen post.
Hey,
Wow.
for the record,
Unbelievable.
for the record,
Unbelievable.
I never had a Game Boy, so
Unbelievable.
you can shun me. That's fine.
The new starters, I had a huge debate. And I'm to the point where we almost exchanged harsh words. Very harsh words. Yes. Oh, almost cussing at one point. But the new starters
Oh wow,
are a grass cat, a
Bulbasaur,
fire cocodrile. Cocodrile? How do you say it in English? Am I saying that
crocodile,
right?
crocodile.
Crocodile. The Spanish word is cocodrilo, so I was like, hey, forgive me there. I had a
Oh,
little
okay, you're
moment.
fine.
And I knew that it came out wrong. It wasn't sounding right. Cocodrile. What?
Your cock is
I just noticed I
drying
said
out.
cocodrile.
What?
Anyways, and the third one is a blue duck. Okay. Now, matter of fact, you know what? Look up new starters for Pokemon and tell me which one looks like the lamest one and which one looks like the coolest one in your opinion. Because that's what the debate was about. Which of the new starters looks the coolest and which one looks the lamest?
In Pokemon Arceus.
No. In Scarlet
Oh,
and
Scarlet.
Purple. Which Which
Are
the
they
starters?
are they the same for the both games or no?
Yep.
That is even dumber.
Hey! Look, we're not
Come
talking about that
on,
right now.
man.
We're not talking about that, okay?
Okay, I see a green cat, what the
Yes.
fuck is that, and a duck.
Yes. Which one?
Which one's the dumbest one?
Yes, in your opinion.
I think the dumbest one's the cat.
Okay. And which is the coolest looking one?
Okay, well, I think the red crocodile thing is the coolest looking one, but I would
Okay.
really struggle though, because that duck, I would rock that
Uh-huh.
duck. I honestly would probably pick the duck if I had to choose between the three.
Wait.
Oh, are you rubbing it in
Why?
someone's face now? Is someone gonna hate me now?
No. That's interesting. You said the crocodile looks cooler, but you would still pick the duck?
Yes, I would still pick the duck.
That's it. Why?
Because I like how he looks. He reminds me of, like, I don't know. He looks like a smart-ass, cute baby Donald Duck.
Okay. All right. I will say no more.
I would. Where do you stand on it though? Not you can't just make me do that without telling me where you stand on it.
I was very somebody insulted the croc and said that the croc was lame, the lamest one, and I was
No,
like,
no,
whoa!
no.
Don't come at
The
the croc
croc
like
is
that.
the croc is the coolest one. It's a very hard choice between the croc and the duck.
Okay,
But that cat has no business being out there with those two.
I'm okay with that. I'm a dog person, so okay.
What is the
Checking.
what is the clear dumbest one?
I don't know, but don't come for the croc. That's all I'm saying. Don't come for the fucking croc. It's not the
Well,
croc.
you're not gonna
You
not
can
gonna hurt my feelings if you say the duck.
no, I know. I guess for me, the duck is pretty fucking lame, and the cat is not much better. I just know that for me, the croc is
Oh no,
definitely
it's
not the third, not the one.
no,
So
dude.
you can choose
That
whatever one you want. Just make sure that the croc is not the bottom of your list.
no, the croc is probably at the top of the list.
I like it.
But the cat, dude, the cat.
Good.
What the fuck is that cat gonna do?
Well,
That
there's
cat,
already
all that cat is gonna do is knock shit off the counter.
Mm-hmm.
At least
Oh
the
yeah,
duck
yeah.
looks like a smartass and looks like he's got some fight in him.
True. He looks like he takes his job very seriously. That's true. Yeah.
That duck ain't taking
I
no
agree.
shit. You know, actually, the duck's little blue hat thing kind of reminds me of
Yeah.
Mario's hat, in a way.
Okay. Yeah. Like the little cat behind me.
Anyways, yeah, kinda, a little
Like,
bit.
twist around.
You know, now it's kind of looking more and more like a pompadour.
It's
What is
funny
that on
because
his head?
if you look that up, that duck's description, I'm pretty sure it's something along the lines of like it's pompadourish like designed or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
That's
it's
funny.
good. It hit the mark.
Quaxley? Its
That's
fucking
the
name is
name.
Quaxley? Dude, there's
That's-
not even a debate. I would pick the fucking duck.
But the fire croc is called fuecoco, which is Spanish for fire and croc.
Fire crocodile. Yeah, that's cool. Just like Ekans
fire
is snake
cock.
backwards. That's
Dickens.
yeah, but his fucking name is Quax. I'm sorry. It's on brand for the Papa. It's
Good.
on brand for the Papa.
I'm with it. Hey,
I might have to buy this game now. I might have to buy this game now just to get that duck
I
and play for an
respect
hour.
opinions
And
as long as you don't tell me that the fucking croc is the worst. Then we're gonna have a problem.
No.
If you tell me that the croc, you know, and I'm glad
No.
that I think the chat here with us is in agreement.
No, I'd
That-
stand with you in that fight.
Croc is popular. I like it. We like fire croc.
Well, that sounds like an STD.
It is. It hurts when you pee.
Okay.
Or so I've heard. Allegedly. What other upcoming games are there that you're looking forward to?
Well, I wanted to touch back on that Martha is that just a little bit,
Oh yeah,
because
you did say that. Sorry.
So just a little bit of what it's about. So it's a quote unquote. I'm just reading this from an article. Martha is Dead is a torturous tale of psychological horror that focuses on the tragic death of a young woman and the subsequent mental and emotional torment suffered by her surviving twin sister.
Oh shit, dude. That sounds, dude.
Dude, that sounds dope, right? I mean, that
I
actually
like.
sounds pretty sad and depressing. But
It's depressing as fuck. Hey, dude, it reminds me the other day I was playing a game and I forgot what I said, but I said something very uplifting and like super cool, and I was
yeah.
very excited. And someone in chat just happened to write, I failed something. I failed like a test or something. And the person right below that put like clap emojis. And I'm like, dude, it looks like you're clapping this person's demise. Like the timing of that is just horrible.
Oh
That
my
sounds
god, that's
great.
funny.
Depression and
Yeah.
but no, it does.
Uh,
It's a very interesting concept. I'm lately. I've been. You've seen the games that I've played. Sometimes I've been
mhm,
really into like those psychological thrillers. You know what it
mhm.
is actually. Looking back, it's because of you when you put me on the fucking Doki Doki. That shit fucked me in a way, man. Changed my outlook on like those type of games that I
Yep.
normally wouldn't have enjoyed as much. I don't think.
Yeah.
And now it's like something about some fucked up part of my brain craves that shock. That like
That's like that's my
I
entire
need.
brain.
Dude, I need that moment, you know? I need to be
Yeah.
like disturbed.
Yep.
So
Actually,
yeah,
um oh, never mind. I was reading rumors that it was pulled completely from PlayStation, but
oh,
it is not. It's just
that would have been crazy.
yeah. By the way, that game is mostly in Italian from what I hear.
Oh,
So I'll be playing that with subtitles. But
right. Yeah.
yeah.
Are there any
So
other games you that are coming out that you're kind of excited for?
I haven't really looked out there. I know, like I said earlier, that Gran Turismo comes out, but I don't have a PlayStation 5, so it don't matter.
You
Um,
like those games?
I do. I enjoy
I've
driving
never been
around
into
and
them.
and
Oh, that's true.
it's
You
kind of
do.
a, I wouldn't say it's a guilty pleasure, but it's something that like it's one of the few games where I could just like sit there and play by myself without
Mm-hmm.
like streaming, you know? There's not a
Yeah.
lot of games because the only time I play games is when I stream. I've said that however many
I
times.
I find myself doing that quite a bit too, man.
Well, you got to do it when you can. But
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's one of those games where like I would like stop my stream and then just maybe play it for a half hour to an hour by myself.
That's cool.
But
Making it a fun game for you, which makes it a good
nope.
game. Oh.
Well, no, I
No,
would
it's
I
actually
would still. Well, I mean, if it's I don't know, car games are car games. You drive cars around and try to go faster than the other guy.
Did
You
you
know.
did you hear about that company that was giving out PC?
Oh
They picked a winner, and at the very last minute, excuse me, they were like, yeah, you're not big enough."
yeah, yeah. Artesian, not or Fartesian,
Artesian is a great fucking name.
Fartesian builds. Yep,
On a scale of 1 to 10, how fucked up is that?
9,
It makes you
8 and a
wonder.
half.
It makes me wonder how many times stuff like that has happened before.
I guarantee you it happens all the time.
I
Guarantee
guarantee it
it.
does.
I guarantee it does because, well, for example, right? Because I have my coffee company. I've done giveaways in the past, right? Where like you don't have to buy nothing or whatever, just
Yeah,
whatever, share this post or whatever.
watch it.
And of course, somebody wins that has never bought, never will, and you're like, well, shit. Why do I want to? I don't want to reward somebody that.
You heard it here first. Post rigs his contests. You heard it here first.
Well, no, you can go back and look and see who's won all my shit. People that I stick to it. I don't care who wins.
Unbelievable.
But fair is fair. If you open
you
it up
hear?
like that, you have to deliver the way
Yeah.
you open it up to.
Plus,
Right?
a PC's a big thing. I mean, it's not like a shirt, you know?
Right.
It's a,
Oh, yeah. See, and if it's funny because you can see they must be, I don't know if they're struggling or whatever, but they're really like trying to like make sure that this counts because if you go back and watch that clip, and maybe I could play the audio on the stream and stuff.
I've actually,
But
yeah.
have you seen it or no?
No, I haven't seen any, like, I've heard about it, obviously, because, it made waves, but I haven't seen any clips related to
Okay.
it. I haven't.
Yeah, let me go find it. So
I haven't
anyways,
seen.
while I'm pulling this up, so what happened, there was a Twitch streamer named Kia Pia. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but she won this contest, and ultimately, because of her not having hundreds of thousands of followers, like she has more followers than I do. She's got like 2,000 something, on all of her platforms. And they said, no, you can't do it.
But was this specifically because of her Twitch numbers?
Yes,
Like what?
specifically.
Like her numbers while she was live, or was it? Not that it matters, obviously. I'm just curious.
Right.
I'm curious to know what made them think, nah, this is whack. You don't deserve our shitty pissy.
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
What was the factor that they were like, nah, you know what? You're streaming like while you're live, your numbers are too low, or is it like you just don't have enough followers? What was the factor?
It was it was her following. It was not big enough. I don't, and she wasn't partner, and whatever else.
Mm-hmm. So dumb.
Let me see if I can find. I really want to find this clip.
It's so dumb. I mean,
here
talk about shooting yourself in the foot.
Right. All right. So I'm gonna on the okay, Immortal. My understanding of this whole situation, all right, is that this contest was open to anybody who was one of their quote unquote streamer ambassadors, right? So like I am with Skytech Gaming. I'm a quote unquote ambassador for them on my Twitch stream. And that's all because of Big. He copied you on that too, but you must not have looked into that at all. But that's fine. It's whatever. But anyways, long story short, it was open to any one of their streamer ambassadors, and that was the only prerequisite to win. They gave it away to somebody who was a small streamer ambassador, but that particular one wasn't big enough. So here I'm going to I'm not going to play the video. Profe, you're not going to be able to hear this, unfortunately.
Unless I put on stream.
Put on the stream real quick.
Okay.
It's about a 1 minute audio clip. And there's actually going to be 2 separate clips. The very similar thing. Let me know when you're ready. Okay.
I didn't even read the name.
2K followers is under my threshold. 3 days ago is within my threshold. Long streams, which is good. An Artesian Builds GIF panel. See if you have redeeming qualities.
Robin if he's personally bought 10 PCs.
She.
I guess
Could be international.
No idea who you're.
I obviously.
I'm over here.
No, not international. America. Whew, cheap shipping.
What the fuck, dude?
They don't have to pay for shipping.
Thank goodness.
From Australia.
Active
nice.
Media.
So Australians will potentially have to pay like duties, for example. I think it's worth it.
Right. So did you hear the one guy like trying to like sell him on it after the fact? There's one more clip here.
Okay. I'll wait.
So hold on.
And you will do it.
That shit boils my blood, man.
All followers combined still under 5K, even across multiple socials. I was trying to be generous. That's a tough one.
Because there's bound to be repeats if you're including both.
I know.
Oh my god.
That's also true. Let's go into the analytics dashboard. Spicy.
Yeah. So I mean, and that's pretty much it. But
dude, first of all, to come off like with that fucking, which is under my threshold, look fucking asshole. If you open up, like you said, if you open up this fucking giveaway, then put that in the fucking requirements. Don't give me this bullshit of like, well, now that you won, let me judge your shit. And wow, under 5K, I don't know, not good enough. Fuck you. And at one point, didn't he say, well, he's bought like 10 PCs?
He was joking and saying, well, if he bought 10 PCs, then maybe. That's what the other guy was saying.
That doesn't make it any better though. Oh my
No.
god, dude. And then oh my lord, dude. That's infuriating.
Well, hold on now. So I'm not going to defend them here. But what I am going to say is it is okay to have thresholds like that.
Of course.
As long as they're clearly
That
stated
shit is clear.
and
Yes. Yes.
unbelievable.
That's the shit that, dude. What gets me too is the fact that they tried to like, you might have been the one that, no, it's, Big. It's one that told me that they're the ones that, after the fact, they were kind of like, well, hey, my guys, we don't have a PR team, so we're learning. Like, no, don't. That's a look. When you are making an apology for shit that you, this is a good advice for anything in life. Please hear this out. If you fuck up, own up to it. 100%. Do not give me, look, I know that I messed up, but, or, well, in my defense, no. Own up to your shit. You made a mistake. It was stupid. Own up to it and apologize. Don't do those half-ass apologies are the worst.
Yep.
Because all you're saying is that you're not really sorry. You're
Right.
not.
No.
You're not at all.
No, it's damage control at that point.
And the whole
And-
like,
and-
well,
and-
we don't have a PR team, so work with us. You can be a not shitty person, and you don't need a PR team to tell you that you're a shitty person.
The best part about their their damage control on that is it just made the damage worse.
Exactly. Well, yeah. But shout out to other companies that have stepped up and like, from my understanding, they've hooked her up with a bunch of stuff. No.
Oh, I don't know, to be honest.
I think that's what happened. Other companies kind of like stepped up. They were like, hey, here's this, here's that.
What I do know is that a lot of other companies and other streamers have ended their relationship with that company.
Good.
So,
and what would really cool is, I'm just thinking randomly, is if they wanted to give us a PC for free each, then maybe we could like, talk about, let's see if they're on the right path to like making up owning up for their mistakes.
you still want a free one from those assholes?
Throw in a graphics card or two. Yeah, just to like really rub it in their face. I'm not gonna use it ever.
Did you hear that same company, by the way? That same company was trying to get somebody with tens of thousands, of following, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They were trying to get a guy to, essentially sponsor this guy, and he was going to advertise their stuff. But they were only going to give him like a $500 discount on him buying a PC. If you want the fucking guy to talk your stuff up and talk up your sponsored PC, the thing you're trying to sell, you got to give it to him.
Yeah.
Why would
That's
you
crazy to
expect
me, dude.
someone to buy that? I don't know. The company that company's fucked.
Yep. And rightfully so.
Yeah, they are. Oh, here, I just actually found the tweet. Here, Artesian wanted to leverage my 10,000 plus followers on Twitch and my 55,000 followers on Twitter, but we're
Like the
only
flex.
willing to, we're only willing to give me a partial credit towards a new purchase of one of their rigs.
It's just such an insult, man.
Yeah.
It's such
Hold on,
an
there's
insult.
another clip. I want to see what this clip is. Hold on.
It's just, dude.
Hold
Activity, valid activity.
What is it?
on. He's just building a PC in
Working
the
with
dark
only
right now.
2.4K followers.
Wait, what are you watching right now?
Oh my god!
Certainly valid,
So
certainly able to get merchandise, a valid user, able to win other.
What are you watching?
But not.
Oh.
You wanna cool in the rest of us?
sorry, no. So basically, he's talking like he's booting up this PC for the first time, just kind of grumbling to himself, saying, "Oh yeah, this, for 2,500 followers and blah 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 blah." Like he's just like grumbling about it, and they made up rules on the spot to take it away. It's just stupid.
Yeah. Yikes. Companies got to do better, man. Especially when it's like you're not like an up and coming starter. No, like you got, like you said, if you're gonna ask someone to promote your shit, do the fucking legwork. Like,
Yep.
don't, because this is what happens. Shit like this happens. That's crazy to me, man. That shit pisses me off. Because if I was that person, I'd be so pissed. But
Oh, so last night, this is from that Kia Pia chick. They emailed me offering a PC. I denied it. I am not supporting a company that doesn't support small streamers, aka the backbone of their company, blah 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 blah. So they still tried to offer, but it's still after the fact, and it's
right,
dumb.
no,
So, anyways,
and it's
speaking
a smart
of,
move on the people to deny that, because
oh, for sure,
imagine doing the opposite. Like I said in jokingly, but if I were to accept that, and then, yeah, now you're guilty by association.
right, and then everyone would hate you too, more than they already do.
Exactly. So true.
I'm just kidding.
It's alright, man. I'm used to it, dude. I work at a high school, man. Do you know the type of shit I hear every day? I've said this before, I think,
I
but I
don't-
think what would be really dope. I'm not saying this like it's gonna happen or whatever, or I'm gonna do it. This is not a threat, but I think it'd be kind of cool if every year, every teacher, once a year, you picked one student and you could smack them.
So, okay, you hear that,
Like, you just got
everybody?
one free
Profe
head a
wants
year.
to smack his kids,
Don't
his
clip
students.
that. Don't clip that. Don't send it to my principal.
He wants to beat his students.
I get a call at midnight. Yeah, I need
Oh
to talk
my
to you.
god.
What happened? What did I do? Oh no, it was just a hypothetical, my friend.
Oh man. So, I know at one point just because we were talking about PCs a little bit,
Mhm.
I did want to talk about the RTX 40 series, because
Okay.
at the beginning of the show, you were talking to me. Actually, before the show, you were saying, hey, if you want to buy a new graphics card, and
Bro,
give
getting
me
my
your old
hands on
one.
one has been so tough, dude.
What is that?
So tough. Just getting my hands on one has been
I know.
fucking tough.
I know. Well, I know. So, it's just funny because 30 series cards, ever since they came out, have been impossible to get. They're talking about the 40 series cards now and how great those are supposed to be.
Mhm.
They're supposed to be 10 times better than the 30 series.
10 times?
10
Why don't
times.
they call them 300 series?
The 300,000 series? Or the 30,000 series? No. I don't know.
I was
Math
right.
is not working. You said 300. That's
Yeah,
not
30
right.
series?
Yeah.
30 times 10?
Oh. Okay. All right. You're right.
Who's the teacher here? I'm just kidding.
Well, because they're in
Just kidding.
integrals, 30 70, 30
dude,
60,
come on,
30 80,
it
30
was-
90.
It was a stupid dad joke, man.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't know what
fucking
I'm
the
saying,
worst.
dude.
You're the worst.
But they're supposed to be good, and of course now they're gonna be hard to get, right?
Well, who knows? Coming out later this year, most likely.
I just want a graphics card, dude. I just want a new
um,
graphics card. That's all I want. Just one. Look,
Right.
the things that I'm willing to do for it, I'm not happy to admit, and I won't hear. But I am willing to do a lot of things for a new graphics card. I just want to update it. That's all.
Yeah.
Help me out.
So you have a 1660, right? Or is it a
I
1660
do.
Ti? I don't remember.
Yes, that one.
The Ti.
Yes.
Which
don't
to
get me
be
wrong,
honest, it's not a bad
great.
card.
No, I like it. I enjoy it. But I just know that I would love to upgrade if I could. You know?
Well, what games are you having issues running that you want to play?
None,
Then
but
why
I
do you
just
wanna
know it would be
upgrade?
a lot smoother. Like
Oh,
there are moments in the two that I can think of actually are Apex.
yep.
That one is clunky at times. That one's actually probably the worst one.
Okay.
That one can be very, and I
When
have to. I really have to sit
streaming
back.
or
Oh,
play
I
without
can't stream
streaming?
that. I can't
Okay.
stream it. I definitely can't stream it unless I put everything to like the minimum, which just looks not great. And then if I play it off stream, it's decent, but it's definitely could be better.
Okay. You said there's another one. Is it a hentai
Well, like
game?
yes, it's a hentai game.
Elden Ring should run fine.
Elden Ring runs fine, and I was
Well, it's
actually
capped at
pleasantly
60.
surprised. I was surprised with how well it looks like. I thought it was not gonna be playable on stream, but no, it looks fine. I just know that games like that would look a lot smoother with a better card.
Not necessarily. That game is, for number one, that game is poorly optimized on PC. So the stutters and all that other stuff, that's because they ported it over poorly. And it's also locked at 60 frames per second, so you can't even get a silky smooth 120 or 140 or whatever you want. I don't know what your monitor is. So it doesn't matter. Like, do you know what your screen's refresh rate is?
I'd have to look it up. I remember you telling me which one I should get, and me getting that. So
I don't remember at this point.
I couldn't tell you.
Deny. What?
I could send you the list later.
You could.
I don't know off the top of my head.
You could. So I know that before, I don't know if you were still on board with this or not, but because we didn't get to have the episode after we had Gearhead on, we were challenged to have some hot sauce. Now, I don't know if you still want to do that just because you have school tomorrow.
I don't have hot sauce, but I do want to do it. I'm willing to do it.
Okay. Just can't be.
Matter of fact.
You should have told me when you came to pick up coffee the other day.
I know.
I have like 8 bottles.
I can do it when we have Becky on.
Okay.
Or should I not? Or
we can do. I don't think we're gonna have time for an after hours with Becky because she's gonna be in such a hurry. And who knows? Maybe we could just do it. We could have an abridged hour and a half show, and then you know whatever.
And we could always do it ourselves.
Yeah, that
torture ourselves.
So
play with ourselves.
That's normal.
But now, I'm gonna hate myself, but yes, I'm willing to burn my insides.
I was looking forward to doing. Oh no, we can't. That's Saturday. I have birthday parties that Saturday afternoon.
Hey. Canceling plans, boy.
I can't. It's my daughter's.
Honey, Daddy's not gonna be able to make it to the birthday party.
Oh my god.
His asshole is on fire.
Yeah, we don't want that. I don't want that. Nah, it's usually not too bad until the next day.
No,
but anyways,
instant, dude.
I do want to ask, just because this is kind of not one of those shows with the guests. So if there's anybody in chat that wants us to talk about something, please feel free. If you want,
and while they come up with something, I'm gonna ask you a question that I ask all guests. I'm just kidding.
How big your dick?
Oh, whoa, no, not that.
Oh,
not that at all.
Okay.
How you doing, man? How you feeling? You get nervous before you do these shows?
No.
At all?
Not really.
Like on a scale of 1 to 10?
2.
Okay. What about when you stream at all? Are there days that you're like,
nope.
And I shouldn't call it nervous, but are there days where you know it's like, okay, I gotta like put on kind of a face, kind of?
Yeah. To put on a face all the time.
All the time?
Not all the time. I mean, I'm still me, right?
Yeah.
But there's some days where like, go ahead.
This week I found myself, even though I've only streamed once, but I found myself like very, well, twice would say, just very relaxed. Like I'm in a spot where, not that I'm dreading other times, but other times there's days where it feels like more than like, instead of 100%, yeah, this is gonna be fun, I want to do this, like 20-30% kind of a commitment, or like, oh, you gotta do this, and I think as a streamer in general, I think that's kind of like, you're gonna have days like that,
right?
But lately I've been feeling good. I've been like excited, like, to go on and like just and I think that makes for better streams. At least it makes it enjoyable for me.
Well,
and it seems like a very basic thing, but
people can tell when the streamer's having fun.
Yeah.
So.
And I think the nervousness. I mean, I play 4 to 5 soccer games a week, and I still get nervous before games. Right before the game, as soon as the whistle hits, then I'm like fine. But I still get a little like.
Oh yeah, well that's your body getting amped up. That's very normal, especially for competitive sports because
But
your body's
for
starting to get ready.
yeah, it makes sense. I also have to always take a shit before that, before games and before episodes. I always take a dump.
Well, it's better
Always,
than
guaranteed.
it's better than getting up mid-show and being gone for
Well,
10 minutes.
we got iron bladders over here.
Yeah, but I don't know about you, but I don't shit through my bladder.
No, I'm saying it reminds me of the one day we'll have a guest that can hold their own, literally.
Yeah, one day, maybe not. Yeah, I don't see anything coming in from chat, so I don't know if we're not gonna do the hot sauce tonight.
No, I don't have. I would. I don't have any. Although I'm gonna be honest, I probably would have to call in tomorrow. Not even joking. Not even joking.
I'm only okay doing it because I'm working from home, lately. So it's okay if I get up and take a shit every 15 minutes while I'm at home, not at the office.
Right.
So okay.
What shirt do you have? I'm gonna buy the same one you have.
What shirt? Oh, what sauce?
No. Yeah.
Depends. I have so many. That's just it.
Which one is the one you're gonna use for destroying your insides?
I was gonna leave it up to Mama Post.
Ah.
Because I have some that are technically hotter, but I have one that for whatever reason hits me harder than the other ones.
What's the not brand name?
Well, I can tell you that it's like a Trinidad Scorpion hot sauce.
Bro, I don't even know what the fuck that is.
It's I can't remember that. I think it's by like Pucker Butt or Ducker.
Well, Excuse me.
I mean, it's actually called Pucker Butt.
What was it? Oh, okay.
Yes,
I see 2 bottles and one has a scorpion on it.
Yeah, I can
That
take
it?
some pictures and I can send it to you.
Okay.
Because I've actually got 2 bottles of a 2 million Scoville hot sauce.
2 million?
Yeah.
The one that I had on stream that fucked
don't have
my
the bomb.
insides up was
357,000.
oh, yep. Okay, fuck that.
Funniest thing your kid has done. Most smart ass slick thing they have done.
You know what my
To
son has
you or
been
your
doing lately?
wives?
You know what my son has been doing lately, which I think is hilarious. I think it's because it leaves me in a spot, dude, where I'm like, I don't know what to say. And he's done it like at least 3 times this week, and I think it's hilarious.
Sure.
He so he knows that he's not supposed to, like, if I tell him no, don't do it, don't do it. And then if I have to tell you again, okay, now I'm gonna be a little upset at you. And the other day, I think he wanted to play the Switch, and I'm like talking to my wife, and he's not supposed to interrupt us, let alone just grab the Switch. He grabbed it and he started playing in it, and I'm like, Gael, what are you doing? And he's like, and he sets it down and he starts walking away. And I'm like, and I was like mad because I'm like, I'm trying to talk to him, like, Gael. And then I was like, what gases? Like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm sending myself to my room. I've been bad. And I was like, fuck. Like, I can't get mad at that. Like, you're doing.
No, you
like,
can't. Yeah, exactly.
And then if I can't call him back either, because I can't be like, no, unpunish yourself.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
dude, you
saying?
just got
So,
finessed
like,
by your own kid, bro.
Bro, he checkmate me. He did the checkmate like
Yep.
before I even set the table. Like, fuck. Now what am I supposed to do? He's done that like 3 times this week. So I don't know if he's like legit sorry or if it's like a tactic to like get out of it sooner. I don't know, dude. But it's genius, and he's 5, dude. Genius.
Huh.
What about your
That's
kids?
pretty
Your
good.
kids must do stuff, dude. You got 2 of them, so
And they're my kids, so they're like me. My son's a smartass. My son is literally me, dude. He's
our sons are a similar age, right?
my son's 7,
You're
but
slightly
he doesn't
older?
look like
Okay.
he doesn't look like he's 7. He looks like he's 5.
What does he
He's
do,
a-
or what's like something he's done recently?
Dude, I don't know. That dude will just his thing lately is just kind of hiding around corners trying to jump scare you,
Okay, has it worked?
which is only once in a while. Not really. I mean, sometimes he'll get you'll get the a little bit in your
Yeah?
chest because you weren't expecting some little short piece of shit sitting underneath you while you're trying to carry something heavy. You
Uh-huh.
know, no, he's funny. I don't know. I love my kids. They're great. They are
Yeah,
very
man.
good-hearted individuals, except for my daughter who's grounded for a month because she did naughty things.
No.
Yep, she
A
got grounded
month?
for a month. She's never been like grounded before either.
I
And
was
she
just gonna ask you, when did you start grounding your kids? Because I don't know how that
grounding,
works.
never like a real grounding, right? Like I think when they're younger, grounding doesn't do anything anyways.
No, I agree.
Um,
Because I tell my kid, go to your room, and he starts playing in his room. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same.
sure. So my, I'll just tell the story because why not? It involves a school. So my daughter, they had a Friday off a couple weeks ago, and that following Monday we get my wife gets a call from the principal. So oh god, I don't know if I should tell the whole story. Actually, yeah, why not? Let's just go for it. We'll tell the whole story, everything. So
The gasp.
not some of the details because for the most part my daughter's not too guilty,
Okay.
but it's the guilty by association, right? So
Yeah.
she skipped a class, gym class, her last hour of the day on Thursday to go write stuff in the bathroom with one of her friends.
Okay.
Not a big deal,
Mm-hmm.
but she lied.
Mm.
My
Okay.
daughter is my daughter is now 12 as of yesterday, by the way.
Oh, happy birthday to
Yeah, she's
your daughter.
grounded. So,
Except
we had
for
Red
but that's
Lobster.
tomorrow. Or not Saturday,
And
right?
Saturday, yeah, Saturday is kind of like the day we're doing stuff, but
Right. Well,
we
okay.
we,
But
we actually went
the
to Red Lobster
principle of
yesterday
it.
too. Right. Well, it gets worse.
Oh no. Wait.
Well, she unfortunately lied about it.
Uh-huh.
My daughter's got a super long leash. She's earned every ounce of trust.
That's good. That's cool.
That rope has
Fucked up that
been
you put on a
burned.
leash, but
Well, if you do it to your wife, you got to do it to your kids too. Just I'm just
my
kidding.
Lord, are you trying to sleep in the
Just
fucking
kidding. Just
backyard tonight? What the fuck did you say? You hear the
I'm just
background,
kidding.
guys.
I'm just
It's
kidding.
over.
Yeah, she skipped the
But
entire class, Immortal. But no, not a physical leash. Jesus.
nah, I know. I'm just fucking kidding.
But no, she lied about it and insisted and kept lying about it. So, I mean, she didn't know that we knew.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
then that's why she got grounded for a month. She lost her phone.
Damn,
Well,
how'd you
when
go
we
with
had-
a month? Is a long time
Don't
for the
fuck
first
up.
grounding.
Yep. Well,
Okay.
kind of a big deal. Skipping class, graffiti, then lying.
The line is part the part that I
That's
would have a
and see and we told her I'm not even mad. I'm just
it's the line.
disappointed. I'm
Yeah.
just so sick because I'm so disappointed that you would do anything like this. Blah blah blah.
Mm.
And it's not the end of the world. Whatever. We didn't have to pay anything to have them clean it or whatever. Or she's not
No,
like
that's-
whatever. But it
Yeah.
gets worse.
How does it get worse?
She has a phone because she has a phone.
My asshole parents.
So she was getting text messages, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh no.
I learned that, man, these middle school kids, man, they're not so innocent, man. My daughter was good.
Okay.
She was not. Let's just say I found some stuff on that phone that I would not expect to see. Not of people.
Like words.
Like hentai. But pretty grotesque. Like pretty
like in a group?
Mm.
Like in a group text or something?
Yeah. But it was people sending it to her.
Oh.
And like she like joked around with it, which whatever, but she didn't send anything. So like I wasn't,
See, that,
but I'm like,
that is a
and I told her, I said, I wouldn't be mad at you if your friends are sending stuff to you. That's not your fault. Tell me,
yeah.
because now I got to go talk to their parents.
Yeah, and that's such a tough thing as parents because obviously such a like I don't know what I'm gonna do, and that's such a like a weird age where you have to recognize okay they're growing obviously, so like
Yep.
it's important. I'm glad though, like I do agree with being open about it, because that's how I'm gonna be, or I'm gonna try
Yeah,
to be.
that's we very much have an open policy. Like, dude, just whatever you gotta tell us, you gotta tell us. I don't care if you killed
Yeah,
somebody. You know,
well,
tell me so I can
but
call the
yeah,
cops on you. And
and at that age, it's very like you do want to have those conversations, so that's important. Would you consider yourself a strict parent?
compared to my wife, yeah,
Compared to like the average, I guess. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, of 10 being super
no,
strict, a helicopter
no,
parent,
no.
what would you give yourself?
I'm like a 4 or 5,
What's your wife,
maybe
a 0?
6. No, she's like a 2 or 3.
Oh, okay.
She's very much she just wants her kids to love her, and to be honest, our
Yeah.
kids are great. We don't really have to
Oh yeah.
discipline them. And to be honest, it works out because you need that good cop, bad cop.
Mm-hmm.
She knows when to say no. She does
Yeah.
a good job of that.
Yeah.
She plays her role very well as a mother.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Well,
know
look at
that there's
that.
some people there's some people out there who I'll say this: you can't have two parents that are like me.
And I guess as far as what?
Just being the one that lays down the hammer.
Oh yeah, I agree.
The discipline.
I'm
You can't
definitely,
have two. You can't have two disciplinaries
I definitely
because
find
there's
myself in
not
that
the way
position
to
a lot
learn.
too.
That's not a way
And
to
I don't
learn.
know about you, but I've actually gotten into like not arguments, but I have had to like tell my wife, hey, like, I can't be the only one that's constantly, because a lot of the times I don't know about you, we have to have a conversation of like it can't be okay. Wait till your dad hears about this, or um, go to your dad.
That's something I've not thought about
Cause I
because
told her I was like,
that's the dynamic in our house.
and I
That
told
is
her I
the
was like,
dynamic.
I don't like that because then he's gonna be scared to tell me stuff because he thinks that I'm gonna punish him every time. Or sometimes I'm like, hey, like
Mm.
you can discipline him yourself. You don't have to
Well, yeah.
go tell him. So it forces you into that
Does your
role.
wife not does she not really do any kind of punishing or?
She does, but the problem is that for whatever reason he listens to me like on the first second time he listens, and for her sometimes they struggle.
Yeah, I
But
get that. I can see
I
that.
usually am very like, hey, I use my dad voice. I'm like, hey, do this now.
Right.
But no, I think it's important to have that like that balance. But I think it's also very important to like, hey, I'm not. It's like I can be cool and hip dad, but like I can't be disciplined dad every time because I don't want to. Because then
No,
now you're like the
that's
bad guy, and then
sure.
they won't confide in you as much. I
Well,
think
so what I've started doing in the last couple of years, just because my daughter's older and she's understanding a lot more, I will be that disciplinary, but I'll sit down and like talk to her after the fact. Like it can get sometimes pretty rough,
Hmm.
like arguing, even like yelling and arguing, you know. But we'll sit down and just like, dude, like, do you understand why? Like, just to make sure
That's
that
huge,
it's
man.
you got to do that because otherwise there's just gonna be this resentment.
I
I feel
agree.
like and
I
maybe that's
agree.
because my parents just all they did was yell at me.
Dude, I was just gonna say that, and I was literally just about to say that comes from I think us trying to do a little bit better than our parents' generation
Sure, yeah.
for sure. That's good, man. Cool. I'm glad that
So
we're
sounds like we
both
have very
better in that
similar
regards.
dynamics.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's healthy. I think especially being parents, something that people don't realize, like you're constantly having to learn stuff because you've never had a 12-year-old before,
Right?
and then next year you've never had a 13-year-old. And you've never had it, and then once your boy is 12, then it's like you've never had a 12-year-old boy. You've never had a 13-year-old
Right.
boy. So it's like it's a thing. It's definitely a process, but I think we learn from our parents. Not to, I mean, I don't know about your parents, but not to say that my parents were bad by any means, but they definitely taught me things that I
Right.
don't want to do or carry on. So
Oh, for sure. I
I love
I,
how
I will I will say this. It is the cool
my
thing
brothers.
is.
Sorry,
Oh,
no.
go ahead. No, go ahead. Your brother's what?
No, the comments. It's like my brother's like that. My brother's like, I'm never having kids because I know I'm like a piece of shit. I'm like, well,
Well,
and then he'll turn around and be like, hey, can I have your son for the weekend? No, no. I love my brother to death, but sometimes it
yeah.
fucking. I'm terrified of like him. Like, hey, you mind if I take him to Chicago? Like, I don't know, dude. You just told me that. He told me one of the things when we were growing when my son was like a baby, he's like, I'm never changing his diaper. I'm like, what if you're the only one watching him? Like he can't just sit in his shit, right?
Right.
I'm not changing him. Well, like now I can't trust you to watch him, like because I might leave and 5 minutes from now he might shit his pants. He
Yep.
can't help it. So you gotta. I'm just gonna wait for our mom to get home.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I'm glad that at least some people, because kids aren't for everyone. So I'm glad that some people recognize that.
Well, I never
I
going back to it, I was one of those people said I never wanted kids.
I wanted kids from high school, dude.
Oh
From high school, I was
god.
like, I know I want to be a dad. Not
Kids are the
now. Like
worst.
I wasn't thinking like I want to be a dad now, but I was like, I know
Sure.
that eventually I want to become a dad.
I never did.
And then surprise, surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise. Yeah. Oh, that's a story, dude. I'm pretty sure it was when we got our freaking our first apartment, we got the keys. There wasn't even fucking furniture in the apartment yet, bro. Dude, there's no, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's when it happened. I'm like 99%
Wow.
sure. Yeah.
Y'all nasty. Y'all are on the floor as soon as that. Oh,
Hey, that's when it's the cleanest, bro.
So
That
we got
carpet's
counted
fresh,
for.
brand new. Yeah, but it's cold.
Oh my lord! I interrupted you. You're gonna say something about parents?
I don't know, dude.
Fuck.
I
Sorry.
don't know.
I just saw that comment. I thought it was hilarious.
Oh
Because
man.
something about parenting. Something about parenting. Because parenting is not for everyone. That's for sure.
No, it's not. And and you can't be the perfect parent. You just can't. There's
No, there's no way, dude.
yeah.
That's why I scoff at these like TikTok with like tips for, and it's like I'm glad that works for you, but you can't. You can't at least if you're gonna, my opinion, if you're gonna do these TikToks where you're like offering
So
opinions or whatever, it
right.
should always be this works for me, but not like if you're not doing this, you're wrong. Those, oh my god, those frustrate the shit out of me.
Right. I will say this. I'm not gonna say names. I know somebody who always would say, my kids aren't gonna be like this. They're going to do this, and this. Okay. That's what I said. And I just want to say to you, good luck with that. It's not that easy.
No.
It's really not. And yeah, it's just what you said though. It just reminded me of that because
Yeah,
anyways.
I think it's always good to have like offer advice for sure, because there might be people who really have no idea, but just what works for you is not gonna work for everyone else. So,
what's your opinion on the saying teenagers are monsters?
Kids are assholes in general.
My
students asked me today, if I knew like when did I know I wanted to be a teacher, and I told them, I was like, dude, when I was in high school, I was a very good student, high on a roll, like did my stuff, but I was a shitty
had sex
kid.
with people in the gym. I'm sorry, fingered or whatever you did. I forget. Blowjob. What was it? I'm sorry.
Hand jobs in art class and gym. But dude, I was a bad kid. Like I was like, I used to torture my teacher for no good reason. One of my friends put the other day, like, remember high school? Like, what did you do? And I used to do this stupid moronic thing that if a kid did that to in my class now, I would want to like drop kick him.
You'd redeem that one free kid smack a year?
Oh, dude, I tell these kids that. This is why it comes up because I tell them specifically. I was like, dude, if I could do this once a year, you would be the student I pick, and I'd smack them. Yeah. But no, there's a teacher who used to be like, she's bigger, and for no good reason other than for my personal enjoyment, because no one else laughed but maybe two other kids. When she would turn around, I would go all the time,
Dude, I
all the
know.
time, for no reason, dude. And it used to drive her bonkers, dude. And in that same class, our classroom was on the fourth floor. I used to just grab books from the classroom and throw them out the window for
Oh my
no
God.
reason, dude.
You are a
Such
toxic piece of shit.
Dude, and for no and I'm telling you, it's nothing to do with the grades, with like my
Right.
friends, nothing. It's just me being like a
Dude, kids do stupid
teenager.
stuff all the time.
Kids do
I
dumb
did
things
stupid
all
stuff.
the time.
You did stupid stuff.
And
Everybody.
you ask them, hey, why are you doing this? I don't know.
And it's funny because you look back and you're like, shit. I don't want to admit it, but I did dumbass shit like that too.
Dumb ass shit, dude. So part of me was like, you know what? Like seriously, part of the reason why I became a teacher is like I want to give back in a way because I was not a perfect student. I was not a perfect kid.
Yeah.
So, but I think
You know what?
it's important to recognize that. Like I wouldn't say teenagers are monsters, but there's kids in general. And I say kids, when I say kids, I mean, the 18, 19, 20 and younger. You do dumb shit sometimes.
You know what though? I think that's what's so rewarding, I think, about not only parenting, but like I coached football and like you teach. So it's, kind of almost the same thing. It's when the stuff you're teaching these kids, when it clicks and you're seeing them succeed with the things that you teach them.
Those
There's
moments
something
make it
so
worth it.
rewarding because you get so fucking pissed at them for doing all the dumbass shit along the way, and then all of a sudden they're just doing it.
Yes, dude. This week, part of the reason why I've been telling you like I felt good this week is because for whatever reason, dude, every day this week I've had really good days at work where kids like those light bulb moments come on. They start
Yeah.
like, oh, the answer to this is this, all in Spanish, and like they'll do their work. Kids that usually sometimes don't, and I like as they leave, I'm like, hey, so and so, I appreciate you today. Like
Right.
you did good, and I'm like, I come out of that class feeling so like, feel good moment for sure. So
Good.
But it's I'm terrified. Whenever you see your name after like 4 question marks, whatever's coming next is not good.
You're talking about throwing books down the out the window when that comment came
Dude.
out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Okay. Well, I think since we're not going to be doing any challenges today, this will be final call for questions.
Dude, it's funny. Didn't we say we were gonna do like an hour?
Yeah, we were only going to go an hour. Well, I mean, realistically, yeah, we're an hour and a half, but it took us 30 minutes to get going.
Did it really take? No, it didn't take 30 minutes.
It was about 20 minutes almost.
Yikes. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Well, we started at 8. That's when the show actually like went live.
Oh, like 140. Not bad. Oh, you know what we could do? What we never do. Come on. Come on. Read my mind here. Come on.
Have sex with each other?
Whoa.
What? I
Not
don't
at
know.
all.
Was that too direct?
Not direct enough.
Play games?
There. With each other? No. Don't funk with my heart.
Well, I can't pull up Discord while we're in a Discord on Discord because it'll mess up the chat.
Here,
What
sorry,
were you
let me
gonna
text
say?
you.
Hold on. No, you're good. I can pull it up on my phone.
Oh.
My oh my goodness.
Otherwise, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Let's do that. Closing statements though.
Yeah.
I don't really have any.
Yeah.
We
I'm
kind
glad.
of derailed at the end, but
No. I'm glad that I at least have some cool games to look forward to and cool games to play. Sometimes I feel like there's like a drought, but no, I think for the near time future we have good games to play. We'll definitely be talking about those gaming news for a while.
yeah.
So I'm excited. And spring and summer is always, the stuff's gonna come out. So
Yep. For sure.
gaming world is in good hands.
For
I'm
sure.
glad, man. Today was fun.
Well, cool. Yeah. Well, before we wrap things up here at the end, for those of you guys listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever else, you can check us out live at Bucket Bytes on Twitch, or Facebook or YouTube. You can look up Bucket Bytes. We don't have an official URL there yet. We're Bucket Bytes on all the socials. I appreciate all the support. We had a new Patreon subscriber yesterday.
Hey,
So I'm actually gonna. Yep. I'm gonna go ahead
Nice.
and give out
Shout them
Mr.
out.
Christopher Marquez.
That is Baby K.
Yeah,
That's
buddy.
the recent person who I was telling you about. That's awesome.
Oh, is it
Shout out
really?
to him.
Oh, he's
Yes.
gonna take that away now because I
Which is
disagreed with
which
his
is
Pokemon.
no.
Oh no.
No. He's the
Oh.
one who told me about the story with the. I didn't think
Oh.
it's funny because I didn't think he listened to it, so it's funny. It's awesome.
Okay.
I'm glad that he
Um,
stumbled upon it. That's cool.
No, I
Shout out to him.
appreciate. We do appreciate the support.
Yes, and something that we don't do, and I think we should ask people of more is please let us know what kind of things you want us to add to the bucket, what topics you want us to cover. Like, yeah, always give us suggestions. We're always open to like receiving stuff. Right? I am. Give me everything you got. Give it to me hard. Fuck.
Okay. We're gonna go and raid somebody after this. Do you have any suggestions on who to raid? I see that we have Rusty is streaming right now. I have a
There's
couple
this guy
guys I
who's-
see. Go ahead.
trying to make it. His name is Nick Merckx. I'm just kidding. Clip this and send this in. Fuck Nick Merckx.
No, anybody? Nothing? I can go to Rusty. We can go to Imada Gaming. We could?
Yeah, we have Imada. I was gonna see if we had anybody who might be on the show in the future. Oh, check out. Hey, we have some guests who might be on the show who are gonna be awesome. Just stay on the lookout for that. I'm very excited for that.
For what ones?
Upcoming guests for our podcast. I'm excited. That way, they
Oh, I
have
mean, we
not
can
been
shout some of
announced
them out. Oh. Well, technically, they haven't been announced to me either yet.
Well, they're in the works,
Technically.
so that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm just
we got
excited.
we got some good stuff coming, and don't forget on Saturday, guys. We are gonna have Becky Machine, and actually,
And it's gonna be an early one.
it's gonna be an early one, so I don't expect. Actually, we're gonna have 2 UK people, in the next couple weeks. We're gonna have Becky, and then we're gonna have Steve of War.
Right.
So just to give a little hint, she's got a new song coming up, but this is one of her most played ones on Spotify. This one's called "Tied to the Night Sky." It's pretty cool. It's EDM trance dance music.
I'm
Profe's
so
not gonna
excited.
hear it, but
I'm excited. I can hear it. I'm excited to have her on.
you can hear it. Okay, sure.
I have the stream up a little bit.
So you know what? That's gonna be our exit music today. We're gonna raid Imada Gaming. That work for you, or do you got a better
Yeah.
one?
No, it's good.
All right, let's go there. Again, I'm Papa Post. That's Profe Plays. This is Bucket
Perfect.
Bytes, everybody. Thank you.
Adios.
I'll leave that music on while I.
Fucking God. Fucking finally. Oh, I hate doing this. I hate doing this with you. I hate doing this with them. Keep it tight. Keep it right. Papa Post and Papa Plays. With
tight?
Bucket Bytes.
Hey, it's my 6th-month anniversary for subbing.
Hey. Nice.
Oh my god. Sorry, I don't have the chat up. So this is like awkward as I just stand here and
Funny.
Alright, guys, take it easy. I'm Papa Post. That's Profe Plays. We did this already, but I'm going to do it again. Peace out.
Bye, 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 bye.
That was attractive, right?
Dude, what thing am I gonna get? What? Hot sauce.